Hello. This time I'll explain Figure Mode. Let's look through the Figure Mode UI layout together. I'll walk through it step by step. First, the height is set slightly larger than the character. Let me reduce it a bit. I'll bring it down to about 164 centimeters. Pressing apply shows a warning dialog. Note that this action cannot be undone with Ctrl+Z. I'll press OK to proceed. As the biped scale shrinks and height decreases, the controllers also resize accordingly. The shape size also decreases to roughly 0.96 scale. The controller shape is automatically adjusted to match the height. Let me go back to Figure Mode. There's one important thing I want to share. Keep in mind that shape size changes based on height. The first thing to do is adjust the height first. Once the height is set, you can proceed directly to detailed adjustments. BipedPlus has two controller modes: Biped Classic and IK Style. IK Style is used for precisely adjusting joint positions using inverse kinematics to snap controllers to exact positions. Use IK Style in those situations. Biped Classic. Do you remember the biped style we set earlier? You can think of it the same as the standard biped figure mode. Both have their advantages, so I recommend using them together depending on the situation. Use Biped Classic for quickly setting the overall size and shape, and IK Style for precisely adjusting joint positions. Let me do a quick demonstration. Biped Classic can be operated intuitively and comfortably. First, unfreeze everything and proceed. I'll temporarily hide this object. Hide this side too, and quickly position things starting from the root. Adjust as you normally would. Match the joint positions. Align each bone's position in order. This is done while in biped figure mode. The current mesh is displayed in X-ray mode. If you don't want X-ray mode, you can switch to no X-ray mode. It would be better to increase the scale a bit more. I'll also adjust the thigh position slightly outward. You can quickly adjust the thigh scale as well. There's local mode and world mode. In local mode, the axis switches to be relative to the object. Make good use of whichever fits the situation. You can freely toggle between show mesh and hide mesh. I'll hide everything here to work faster. Let me quickly set the positions. Adjust each bone's position like this. The advantage of BipedPlus is that you can freely change joint positions at any time. The positions look fairly well placed. Now I need to mirror. Select the entire biped, then select only the center bones. Run copy posture, then paste it on the other side with paste posture. You can see the mirroring completed successfully. Biped Classic work is complete. But if you look closely at the Init points, the Init controllers are not yet aligned. Do not end your work in this state. There's an important step you must remember. Click the Update Rig from Init button. When you press it, the Init points automatically align to match the biped. Now let me switch to the IK mode I mentioned earlier. From here, you adjust based on the Init points instead of biped. I'll temporarily hide the biped. In this state, X-ray mode is more convenient. Before starting adjustments, I'll freeze the mesh. Lock it so it can't be selected, then proceed with adjustments. Overall it looks good and the joint positions aren't bad. Checking in X-ray mode, it looks like slight adjustments to the joint positions would be good. The foot should be exactly at ground level. That's the ideal. Since we adjusted manually, it might be slightly off. Check in world coordinates. Switching to world mode, you can see it's slightly floating above the ground. Set the Z value to 0. Set everything to 0. Snapping precisely to 0 gives a clean alignment. Cleanly aligned to the ground. Let me also check the knee position. I'll adjust the knee position. With the standard biped approach, if you want to change just one joint, you'd have to modify all the parent bones first. So fine-tuning is quite cumbersome. But with IK mode, let me demonstrate directly. In IK style mode, running update init shows that the biped has been adjusted. This means it's precisely matched to the init point positions. Adjustment is complete, but the left side hasn't been mirrored yet. Please mirror it. After mirroring, run update init once more. You can see both sides are now aligned. Both sides are fully aligned. The arms can be adjusted the same way. There are also leg align and arm align functions. Running these functions aligns bones precisely. For example, let me deliberately misalign things. In this state, the root controller can also be adjusted freely like this. Adjusting each part in sequence, you can use locators to fine-tune each position precisely. Adjusting in Biped Classic can introduce some error. The position may be slightly off. Precise alignment may be needed. That's when you use the align function. You can see the clean alignment result. Let me revert to the original state. Let me check the arms too. From here it's repetitive work. I'll proceed quickly. Adjust the same way. I notice the arm position is quite far forward. I'll switch to XRAY mode and push it back. Running arm align aligns the arm bones precisely. Let me check the fingers too. The finger positions are well placed. For fine adjustments, local mode is convenient. Match them up in local mode. Align each finger bone one by one in order. Aligning positions in sequence. IK mode is more convenient for finger adjustments. Adjusting positions a little at a time. Adjusting like this gives a natural fit. Aligning in order is going well. Finger adjustment is complete. Still working. Running update init aligns the finger bones. An error occurred during the process. Normally the biped won't be this large, so just use this as a reference. Just adjust in IK mode. Unfreeze and adjust the scale as needed. Adjustment is complete. IK mode matches the biped joint positions, so you can freely readjust even after scale changes. It would be good to slightly adjust the palm position too. Just adjust it naturally. Let me run the alignment. You can see the alignment completed. Both sides are perfectly matched. It would be better to adjust the hand scale a bit more. When adjusting scale, you'll notice the thumb shifts slightly. Don't worry about that. This is where IK mode really shines. Running update Init again automatically snaps the thumb back. Adjustment complete. Even when scale changes shift biped positions, IK mode allows flexible realignment. Let me also clean up the biped shape. Select all. Let me check why this object is here. It's a work error. You can ignore it and continue. Working. Let me mirror again. After mirroring, you can see it's restored correctly. Mirror the arm side too, then run leg alignment update Init. You can see everything is properly aligned. All adjustments are complete. Let me show the mesh again. Please wait a moment. Pressing Show Mesh displays all meshes, including the skirt. The skirt can be adjusted the same way. Let me quickly adjust it using the root as reference. Adjust to the desired position. Working. It's best to adjust to match the corresponding area. Local mode is more convenient here. Adjust to this position. Also check the skirt link count. Position is set. After mirroring, you can confirm the other side matches. Running update Init makes the skirt rigging fit naturally. I'll explain skirt setup in detail in the next video. I'll also cover how to work with the setup content. Figure mode work is complete. Switching to picker mode, you can see the skirt is also well adjusted. It looks like the positions are snapped correctly. The foot seems slightly rotated. I'll adjust this part too. For precise alignment, it's convenient to check in the world coordinate system. In world mode, rotate 90 degrees and adjust to 180 degrees. Adjustment complete. There's one more thing to check. It's better to verify in parent coordinate mode. Checking in parent mode it's well aligned. Run update Init, then mirror and run update Init again. The foot will also align correctly. It may seem complex at first, but start with Biped Classic before you're comfortable, then be sure to use IK mode once you are. Both approaches have their strengths. To summarize, Biped Classic is used for quickly setting overall size and shape, and IK is used for making precise, detailed changes to joint positions. For example, if you just want to shift the foot position slightly, Biped Classic would require modifying everything from the thigh, which is tedious. Use the strengths of both modes to suit the situation, and learn the full workflow including leg align, arm align, and XRAY mode. That will help you work efficiently. Above all, the most important thing is to adjust the height accurately first. Don't forget to mirror as well. This concludes the figure mode work. Next, I'll give a detailed guide on how to actually use each option. This has been Otaku Solutions. Thank you.